Yes, Dr. Nitin, you can start. In the meantime, the students, they're joining.
Right,
So
right, right.
don't let the waste the time. So we can join.
Right.
Another speaker will also join like near about 6 o'clock.
Okay, right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
So,
Welcome, sir.
thank you. So, a very good evening to all of you, those who are present. So, I am Dr. Nitin Sharma, professor in EC department. So today here for presenting a talk on AI and its role in healthcare. That's the uh, idea of agenda today we are going to discuss. And I just request everyone that at any point, wherever you feel difficulty or any issue, you can ask, and you're most welcome to the chat also. So maybe I'm taking some technical part here, which belongs to AI, but I have taken overlook so that you should not feel uh, miserable, like you don't have any idea. But still, I will try to cover in a layman language when I'm talking about the AI. And I know that in a healthcare you are much more having knowledge than me, right? So let's talk with the AI. What is meant by AI, right? AI is a field of computer science that focuses on the development of intelligent machines. So we are making machine intelligent. Now there is a process which we follow to make the machine intelligent. That I'm going to take just after this, right? That can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence, such as perception, reasoning, and decision making. So how we people are different from machine? We have our own ability to take inputs from the environment through our senses, and with the help of our brain we can go for decision making in any situation. In that sense we are different from machine, while machines don't have that ability to take decisions. So now we are in a position to make the machine learn, and they can also take decisions. So AI works by training the algorithms on large data sets, that is the input information we are feeding in the machine, and enabling machine to learn and improve over time. So it's not like that we have made them learn, we want them to improve as the time passes, right? That is the main motto behind AI. So next is, what is the importance of what are the types of techniques we are having in AI, right? So there are different techniques. One is machine learning and neural networks, artificial neural networks, natural language processing, deep learning. These are the various techniques in AI which we involve while making the machine to learn, right? So the major part here is machine learning. That is, it's the most important type of AI used in healthcare and lab diagnosis, which involve certain algorithms to analyze the data and make them predictive. They could able to predict. Now, what is machine learning? So machine learning is a science of making computer learn. So emphasis is on computer learn and act like human by feeding data and information without being programmed. Important is we are not doing any programming, right? We are making them learn. And how they are learning on the basis of the data is being fed and information is given to the machine. So as Herbert Simon has said, learning is any process by which a system improves performance from its experience. Even if we see as a human being, we also learn from our experience. So we are the machines made by God, right? And we do learn on the basis of our experience, same as we are doing with the human made machines. That's why it's called as artificial intelligence. So how the machine is able to learn now? So we are just differentiating the two programming techniques. One is traditional programming versus machine learning. So in a traditional programming, what we do, we provide in the input data, as well as we do write the program, and we search for the output. We find the output from the computer. But when we talk about machine learning, we give input and the desired output and the computer give us program. That's the way how that machine learning goes, right? So when do we do machine learning? The most important point is when we need to go for machine learning. So machine learning is used when, number one, when human expertise does not exist. When we don't have expertise in that area and we want to explore, we use machine learning. Example for this is exploring Mars, right? You very well know that in the past we have a lot of program done by ISRO for exploring Mars, right? Then we do use machine learning when human cannot explain their expertise, like in speech recognition. Model must be customized. In medication, that's your field. We do machine learning when models are to be trained by huge data, genomics. These are the certain, and these are further certain applications. Face recognition, everybody knows we do mark attendance by face recognition. Then Siri, most of you are having now in your mobile phones. Healthcare industry belongs to you. Weather forecasting, you have everybody has got an one application app in their mobile where the prediction of the weather can be seen. It's to machine learning. Then for any new development like in any drink, etc., we have the involvement of AI, right? Preparing a new drink, then produces a new web series also includes the machine learning. Now one more point, let's say you are searching on for a new bag on any website, maybe the Flipkart or Amazon. Now, even though you are using your email, on a side you got one advertisement of that bag. So that also as per the AI. Okay. So now next, let's come to the your area. Sorry, before that, let's see some more example of AI, like automated car, driverless car. We have here in the image it's been shown automatic recognition of ripening tomatoes by artificial intelligence. Uh, Artificial intelligence in factory, lot of robots are working. Like Japan ranked fourth in the world in 2016 with the 303 robots were installed per 10,000 people in the manufacturing industry. So can we guess some more applications? If anyone can give some input, that would be more interactive. Can you tell any application where you feel AI is being involved? I just told you that you are searching one article in any website, and very soon you are getting a lot of advertisement, even though you are using different application in a side. That's also example of machine learning. So, no guesses? Okay, then we can move forward. So let's see what are the types of learning we have. Supervised learning, we make the machine to learn in a supervised way. We make them to learn in unsupervised way. We do have another technique that is called as reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, what we give as training data and we give the desired output. That is called supervised learning. It's also called as learning with a teacher. In unsupervised learning, we don't give any desired output. We simply give the training data and the machine gets start learning. In reinforcement learning, it's a reward for sequence of actions. So in reinforcement term is called, it's a output because of sequence of actions. For example, if somebody is playing chess and he is able to defeat the other person, now the final victory would be based on the action, the steps he has taken, the various moves he has done. It's not because of the single move he has done, right? So reinforcement learning is a learning in which we just not depend upon a single step. It's a sequence of action which is being done so that machine can learn. Now we'll focus on the supervised learning. It's a learning with teacher. So in supervised learning, we give the input data as well as correct output data that machine model must give. that we are providing to the machine during the learning process. During the learning process. That means once the machine is learned, now it can be used for the application in real life. At that time, we give input and automatically it will give the output, right? So the training is performed using data plus labels, where label is called the desired output. Now from this picture, you can see in supervised learning, we are having input raw data and supervisors there, which during the training process, it train the algorithm in such a way that whatever the fruit is being taken from here, it will also tell the desired output during the training part. And once the process is completed, it is being trained. During the testing part, if we are giving any fruit here, it will able to recognize. It will be able to tell whether this is apple or pear or a mango. Another example of supervised learning. Here we give the label data, we give the shapes, and we also give the names of shapes to the model during training. Now, once that has been trained, for the prediction, we give the test data, and in testing, when we give square, it is able to recognize that as square, and this as triangle. And unsupervised learning, where we are saying learning without a teacher. We don't have any, we don't give any desired output. So unsupervised learning don't have any pre-assigned labels. Labels are the desired output. Unsupervised learning algorithm must first self-discover any natural occurring patterns in the training data. How? Just see here. We have given the input images. We are not telling whether this is dog or cat. The algorithm itself able to interpret from the input data that we got two categories, two different categories. They're able to categorize the input data in two clusters, you can say, two forms. One belongs to dogs and second category belongs to the cats. It's a example of unsupervised learning. Another example of unsupervised learning, we give the different training set and it is just evaluated the features, like the feature of an apple is smaller size as compared to we have watermelon size, maybe one feature. A length of banana is more than other any fruit here, like lengthwise banana is having different feature. We have orange having a different feature. So all those features are being used for the training purpose, and once the model is trained, we are giving the different input testing set, and it is able to categorize those fruits in different categories, right, as being shown here. Reinforcement learning, it's a learning method in which rewarding the desired behavior and punishing undesired ones. So in reinforcement learning, agent is able to perceive and interpret its environment and take actions and learn through trial and error. Now we have an environment, it takes certain agent takes action and just see whether the action is in favor. If it is in favor, it need to be rewarded, and if it is not in favor, it need to be discarded. So just see here, it's a machine. We have shown an input apple. The machine predicted like it's a mango. So we got a feedback wrong. It's not an apple. So machine noted that this is not an mango. It's an apple. It has noted. From the wrong decision it has taken, it was being discarded, and it is being told that now it is an apple. Now once machine is trained, now when we are giving further input to the machine, it's telling it's an apple. This is a reinforcement learning. That means on wrong decision, we are going to tell that decision taken has been wrong. So, and we will tell the rectified output, right? That's the way out it's keep on going. So right machine algorithm which is to be used, that all depends upon number one, the problem statement on which we are going to apply. It also depends upon size, quality, nature of data, and the complexity of the algorithm, right? So depending upon the methods, we have classification problems where the answer should be in yes or no form. We have different algorithms. I am not going in detail. Clustering, when we need to when the data needs to be organized to find the pattern in case of product recommendation. Regression, used when a value needs to be predicted, like stock prices, right? I have just explained a k neighbor algorithm, nearest neighbor. See, in your case, you may consider these are the three different diseases, right? And these are diseases, and we have different say symptoms for those diseases. Now, once those symptoms were being given to the machine will able to tell whether the person is suffering from disease which is indicated by blue or red or green, right? So one more example I have just taken here. Let's say this is the three types of balls we need to just recognize. You can see the football got a price high, but durability is less. Tennis balls got more durability, but price is less. Basketball got more durability and more price. Let's say these two are the features. Now, when I look for a new ball inside and I don't want to just categorize that ball among these three, just see here, I have a one ball here. It got this much durability and this much cost, but I am not able to find whether this ball is football or it's a tennis ball or it's a basketball. Then using k nearest neighbor, I will able to just categorize this or able to predict. That is the way how being all prediction is being done. Just see here, I have marked a circle and I can see in that circle, which are the equidistance balls, the more number of balls are coming in the circle is tennis. So there are more chances that this particular ball, unknown ball, is a tennis ball, right? So we have taken five nearest neighbor to this ball, and those five are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Among these five, three are tennis, so we can predict that we can classify this unknown ball as a tennis ball. That's how just prediction is being done, right? Now, how the machine learning process steps are: the first is we just gather the data. We go for the pre-processing of the data, then we will choose the model. Once we have model and the pre-processed data, we will go for the training of the model. Once the model is trained, we can go for the testing. And if it's being okay with the testing, we can further tune the model, and finally we go for the prediction. These are the 7 machine learning processes which are involved in machine learning, right? Steps involved in machine learning. Now let's talk about AI in healthcare. Nowadays, most of surgeries are based on artificial intelligence, right? The healthcare sector is one of them that AI is going to play a main role to improve the treatment process more independently and with the better results in terms of disease diagnosis and medical care assistance. The increasing availability of healthcare data and rapid development of big data analytic methods has made possible that recent successful application of AI in healthcare. So most important points here are, if you just see, we have it's healthcare data available, right? And the rapid development of big data analytics. These are the backbone of AI, right? Without data, we can't make any machine learn. And without analyzing the data, we can't predict what type of disease it is, right? That's the reason. Okay. So AI is also used in fitness tracking devices like monitor heart rate, sleeping patterns, walking activities. That helps in a user to generate alerts and exercise accordingly. We do have our smartwatches with us now, but almost everybody just having that, and they are being using it for daily monitoring purpose. In future, AI can do all major operations. That's what we are. Okay, now the list of companies using AI in healthcare. You may Yes. Okay. So these are the list of companies which are using AI in healthcare. iCarbonX, Baby Leon Health, Y2 Technology, Carmet, Bigfoot Biomedical, Pager, Zebra Medical Vision, UR.MD, Analytic Incorporation. So this is not the limit. As you are in this field, you might know the more companies name which are using AI, right? I feel this thing important, so I just added here. Application of AI in healthcare. This is the theme. In disease identification and diagnosis, one application. Another one is personalizing the treatment and behavioral modification. Third one, in drug discovery and manufacturing. Fourth one, robotic surgery. Fifth one, clinical trial research. Next is doing repetitive jobs and in treatment design. Although there's no limit, but still I limited in this lecture. I kept these 7, and we talk about these 7 application of AI. Let's talk about the disease identification and diagnosis. The computer algorithm to detect disease easily based on the symptoms to be answered on chatbots, but they must be developed and applied with care. So we have chatbots on which the patient can share his present situation, symptoms, and the chatbot will suggest certain, say maybe medicines, or they may just suggest you to visit particular doctor, or they may visit you to take preventive actions, right? So that is all already there. AI can diagnose the heart disease and lung cancer more accurately as compared to a human being, right? And because we for the surgery purpose, even the small tiny robots are being made which can enter the human body, and they can reach up to those parts of heart where the doctor can't reach straight away, like until they go for the open heart surgery. So the robot can go to that particular artery where it is being blocked, and it can remove the unnecessary obstacle there, and they can have further flow of blood, right? And that is during the surgery part. But for the diagnosis also, like we have different the machines available which are being used for the diagnosis part, right? An AI computer algorithm using high quality data proved more consistent and accurate, right? Uh, Pathology is a medical specialty that is concerned with the diagnosis of disease based on laboratory analysis of such as blood, urine, and tissues. Now, whenever we are feeling any problem with the health, we used to visit doctor. Before giving any medication, the doctor usually say to have a certain test, and once we have those tests available with us, the data comes, and that data is being analyzed by the doctor, and he suggests for further preventive action on medicines, right? The second application is personalized treatment. Personalized medicines are more effective treatment based on individual health data paired with the predictive analytics. So every human being, like maybe you are wearing a watch, your data is being stored. If you link it with the app, you will get all data available with you, and you can observe yourself for next 30 days, and you can feel and find out what are the problem being raised in individual. So let's say one person is there who just get fainted on a one day, and he went to the doctor, and doctor just gave certain medicines, and he just guessed what could be the reason. But if same thing is let's say somebody is wearing a watch and he's observing himself whether the cause of that faintness is because of not taking breakfast on that particular day, or it is because of your sugar is being fluctuating, or there are other reasons, right? So the personalized medication is the beauty of this AI, right? Again, when you are observing a person for 30 days, you will get a lot of data, and data need to be analyzed. So there the AI will come into the picture, right? Micro biosensors and devices with more sophisticated health measurement and remote monitoring capabilities will provide another deluge of data that can be used to help facilitate R&D and treatment efficiency. This type of personalized treatment has important implication for the individual in terms of health optimization, but also for reducing overall healthcare costs, right? So cost will be reduced because you are well aware in advance that some particular issue is there in the body. You are observing that for 15 days, you can cure that in advance, right? By using this treatment, it will reduce that. That's the sense how it's being reduction in cost. Going into a big problem, we are just taking curable action in advance. Then drug discovery and manufacturing. The application of AI in healthcare are numerous, with the potential of transform key aspects of the industry such as drug discovery. The success of AI in drug discovery is large due to the deep learning. I'm just talking on a machine learning, but there's another concept which is called as deep learning. In a deep learning, even though we are not aware of what are the feature of something, but the algorithm itself is smart enough to find out the patterns in it, and it is helpful in suggesting the formation of a new drug, right? Many of the top pharmaceutical companies have only relatively recently made serious effort to apply AI to discovery, right? It's AbbVie is using AI in drug discovery, and IBM owns health application had made initiative in drug discovery since its early days. So robotic surgery. So it's again AI which is being involved. So the Darwinic robot was gotten the bulk of attention in the robotic surgery space. While robotic surgery is considered generally safe, the machine has 4 arms which are freely moving and regular than a human, and a high definition display for showing surgeon X-ray during procedures. When procedure is being done at the time, it can show the X-rays also. In future, we will put entire life on robot freely. We can put, right? Clinical trial research. And the AI is helping shapes and direct clinical trial research. AI can also be used for remote monitoring and real-time data access for increased safety. For example, monitoring biological and other signals for any sign of harm and or health or death of uh, participants, right? Doing repeated jobs, analyzing and X-rays and 3D scans may be a routine job of a doctor, but definitely monotony will result in maybe missing some important point, missing some important pattern over there. So, but if we involve certain AI in that, where the where the machine itself will analyze the whole image, and it will help the doctor to just look at that particular part of the image where it need to concentrate. Like nowadays when we go for just checking of our eye eye checking, and there's a machine being placed there which will give the tentative number of eye to the doctor, and then further the doctor will put the different lenses to find out the actual eyesight number, right? Then treatment design. Artificial intelligence system have been created to analyze data, notes, and reports from the patient file, external research, and clinical expertise to help select the correct individual customized treatment path. So now we have a treatment design term, which is different steps for curing certain disease. Like you
Dr.
can say,
Nitin.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your voice is not coming, sir, clearly. I just left with 1 or 2 slides, sir. Just one. Okay, I can see the time is only less than 1 minute. I will try to just finish. So benefit of AI is faster and more accurate diagnosis, personalized treatment, and ability to analyze large amount of data quickly. That is the advantage. Disadvantages, data privacy concerns are there. Bias in algorithm may bias to one disease, and need of human oversight is always there, right? So let's conclude this class or lecture, you can say. The healthcare sector is one of them that AI is going to play a vital role to improve the treatment process more independently with a better results in terms of disease diagnosis and medical care assistance. And the future healthcare is completely on AI. Thank you. Thank you all for patiently listening. If you have any queries, you can raise.